I know that many of my connections have worked or work in the institutional financial technology industry, as I have for much of my career. So they will be well familiar with what I'm going to talk about here. But I also know there are lots of folks out there who have not worked in financial services and don't really know what it's about. It's a huge industry, but it's not super visible, admittedly. What it's like on the inside is not always easy to understand for people on the outside. And I've come to learn that many people don't really understand just how technology oriented finance is, or what a technology pioneer the industry has been for a very long time. The industry was early to leverage SaaS, cloud, high-speed networking, big data, external data, real-time streaming analytics, chat, AI, and other technologies long before the broader world was aware of these concepts and before many of the terms that we use to describe those things today had even been invented. Financial technology is a big piece of the overall enterprise software industry, though many people may not realize that. So I thought I might help folks gain a little more appreciation for financial services from a technology lens specifically, and to bring life to some of the ways that the financial tech industry has frankly been ahead of the curve. First off, quick note on the term fintech, which, yes, is short for financial technology. This term has come into more popular usage in the last decade or so, and today it's frequently associated with more consumer-oriented, tech-enabled financial services. But many of us in the industry have been using the term fintech since the early 1980s, and for us, it has encompassed mainstream institutional financial technology, not just new consumer services. What is really important to understand is that financial services is fundamentally an informational industry. That's what it's all about. Its products and activities are informational, not physical. It is intrinsically involved with data, with analytics, and with the flow of information between individuals and institutions. I think of the core manufacturing process, if you will, of financial services as taking in information, taking in data about markets, about the world, about companies, about people, etc., then running analysis on that data, creating some kind of view based on that analysis, and then monetizing that view in some way. That set of activities describes what a large range of institutions involved in financial markets do at a fundamental level. That's it. That's what they do. Now, how firms monetize their views is where you start to see some differences. For example, monetizing a view may take the form of placing a trade or investing in a company or some other asset, lending money, borrowing money, advising a client on an M&A deal, authoring a research report, underwriting an insurance policy, creating a financial product of some kind for your clients, forecasting the direction of the economy, and many others. Lots of actions that take place, but all driven fundamentally by taking in data, running analytics, and arriving at an informed opinion. So you can see information is used to generate the core value of financial firms, and also the actions of these firms are fundamentally informational in nature as well. Placing a trade or making an investment or advising a client, they're all just exchanges of information. You can think of a contract which codifies a transaction as a trusted, authoritative database of what was agreed. To a large extent, money itself is simply information. Much of the copious regulation you see in financial services is concerned with that flow of information. Ensuring markets are free and fair by ensuring that the flow and access of information is fair, that people don't use or convey insider knowledge, that's not available to others to gain some kind of unfair advantage, that investors are properly, apprised of risks, or even just knowing where money is coming from so you don't help criminals cover their tracks. Those are just a few examples. Now, because financial services is fundamentally an information industry, it is heavily, heavily reliant on technology and communications, and thus has been an innovator in those areas for a very long time. Because financial services has traditionally been an affluent industry that generates a lot of income, it not only has the need for advanced technology, but it also has had the ability to invest in its technology. And those two forces together have driven the advances that we've seen. Banks and investment firms commonly see themselves as technology companies, first and foremost, because differentiation in technology leads to differentiation in their ability to gather and leverage data, use analytics, make decisions, and form views, to communicate with others, to serve their clients, and this ultimately to do well. Technology is frequently the competitive edge in financial services. Now, institutions typically think about their internal structure in terms of front office, mid office, and back office. And very roughly, the front office includes all the people who actually face the market, including traders, salespeople, brokers, portfolio managers, investment bankers, research analysts, corporate treasurers, and the like. Mid and back office are focused on the work of confirming, settling, processing transactions, doing internal reporting, and other more sort of operational activities. I've spent most of my career working on technology for the front office, which is a highly visible piece of it, in the market due to where it sits. And so that's the perspective I will primarily focus on here. I'll go into more depth on these things in subsequent episodes, but the major front office technology providers mostly offer data as a service and software as a service to meet the data, analytics, communications, and the electronic trading / transactional needs of firms who are involved in financial markets. Thanks, everyone. That's my quick introduction to technology and financial services. I'll be back again soon with more. Take care.